Wouldn't you like to wake up to that every morning? All righty. My name is Patty Fenner, and I'm doing your announcements for Sunday, July 27, 2025. Please check in on Facebook and comment also, because it's very important for people to know what you're doing. Youth and Family Ministry. Youth and Family Ministry is working hard to upgrade our program and move into our new space in room 1110. Join us in room 1110 today at 11 a.m. after service for a meeting and visioning session. Volunteers are needed in several areas, including moving out of the Montessori wing, settling into room 1110, teachers to volunteer once per month with youth, helping visioning and planning for youth lessons and family activities. If you are called to add your flair to the future of the Youth and Family Ministry, please reach out to Santina or Michelle. Abundance Meditations, Wednesday, July 30th. Join Reverend Sally on Wednesdays at noon for a transformative meditation series designed to elevate your consciousness around money and abundance. Using this powerful teachings from the Abundance book by John Randolph Price, this series invites you to explore what abundance truly is and how to free your mind from limiting beliefs. Wow. School supply fundraiser. Between July 1st and August 31st, in partnership with United Court of Pikes Peak Empire, we are asking for donations of school supplies to benefit our local districts. Please place your donation items in the totes located in the celebration hall or in the upstairs lobby. Thank you for supporting our students. Oh, CSL Community Picnic. I see Steve's here, but I don't see Gary. Join us as we come together and celebrate our CSLCS Spirit Center and community with fun, food, and frivolity. We have several ways to register to attend or volunteer. Paper sign-up sheets at the registration desk, online at CSLCS.org, or scan the Q codes posted. The center will supply the meat and veggie burgers, hot dogs, buns, condiments, utensils, and paper products. Attendees are to bring a side dish. This year, desserts will be provided by the Best Dessert Contests. Steve Pollard and Gary Miller are the ones to beat this year. So true. I really wish somebody else would step forth. Culturally Competence Seminar Weekend, August 15th, 16th, and 17th, 2025. Friday and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Sunday, 12:30 to 4:30. A 2.5 commitment via Zoom. Oh, that's nice. CSL leadership invites you to participate in a wonderful, powerful weekend seminar. This is a must-not event. Yes, what you said. The purpose of this training is to improve the ability of individuals to respond to the needs of culturally diverse populations. Instructors for this training are Senior Judge Regina Walter and Dr. Regina Lewis, or of Regina Speaking. Register online at CSLCS.org. Bingo celebration. On August 24th, from 11 to 2, we are celebrating the bingo team, oh good, with food and games. The fun is sure to entice new volunteers. Note, Per Colorado state law, volunteers must be active volunteers, voting members of CSLCS. This fundraising project was started in 2021. It took a great deal of work, but thanks to Richard Bichette and Wes Walters, with an honorable mention to the late Reverend Norm Bouchard, and many others, they got up and running. Thanks to bingo, we are playing, oh, this is great. Thanks to bingo, we are paying our mortgage and able to replace the boiler system this year. Yay! Recurring groups, Abundance Meditation with Reverend Sally, Wednesdays, WOW, Women of Wonder, every Wednesday, Deeksha, a Oneness Blessing, second and fourth Thursdays, Freedom Path, August 2nd, Walk the Labyrinth, August 6th. Find out more on our recurring groups and activities by looking on our website, CSLCS.org. Thank you to all the people who have served this week at CSL. We thank you, we love you, we appreciate you. Following today's service, come downstairs and join us for a conversation, socializing, and light refreshments. You can also sign up to attend or volunteer for scheduled events. As a reminder, only water is allowed in the sanctuary. And now we invite you to put your cell phones and electronic devices in airplane mode and listen to a higher call.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go. Ooh. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. Shout it out loud now. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. Oh, what this life is about. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Yes, yes, yes. We are swinging wide the doors of this heart of mine and this sanctuary, this Center for Spiritual Living in Colorado Springs. And we are so glad that you are here with us today and not watching the burro races. I'm just saying, you know? Now that we're living in Colorado Springs in particular, there's so much going on, and I get that Sunday mornings there can be a little bit of a pull in another direction. So I am glad that you are here in the seats today, and that those of you who are joining us online are joining us online. So we come together in this space, in this place, to dive deeper into what is the divine. How can I connect and know and be one with that divine presence, that one divine intelligence? So I am so grateful that you are here today. Is there anyone who's here for the very first time and willing to raise your hands? Welcome. We are glad that you are here today. We have a flower as a sign of hospitality and a little clipboard where you can share some of your information. And she'll come back to you. And then you can share some of your information and we'll share some of our information. Let you know, as you saw in the announcements, we have a lot that's happening here at this center. And I am so grateful for that activity. All right, she'll come back to you. I know, she'll come back to you. So as we get started this morning, I'm going to invite everyone to stand and say hello to each other.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me.
Joy.
I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send peace over the mountains. I send peace over the sea. I send peace
Today's words of inspiration come first from Fannie Lou Hammer. And right now, sometimes, I work for the liberation of all people, because when I believe myself to be liberated, all people are liberated. And from Alexis Pauline Gums, what if you could hear the world between your heartbeats? Slow down enough to deepen into that trust. And from our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, everything in the universe is a unique individualization or expression of the one thing, which is truly the cause of all things. You should become aware that the one creative power is expressing in you in a unique way, and that it is always pressing against you, seeking a fuller outlet of its infinite possibilities. You do not have to imitate or compete. You are a special creation of God, and you have full access to the unlimited potential of infinite intelligence. Pray with me. Oh, as we close our eyes and allow ourselves to just be present to all the goodness that surrounds us right here in this moment. As I recognize, realize, trust, believe, and accept in the one power, the one presence, the is-all, end-all, through-all, that I call God. For truly there is no spot where God is not. I'm reminded of God and the beauty of nature that surrounds us, in that majestic mountain, in the green of the grass for the summer as the flowers come into bloom, of the children and the smiles and laughter that they bring to each one of us simply by being who they are. And I know that each one of us are beautiful, unique expressions of the one, expressing in who we are as God in form, knowing absolutely we are the creativity, the eyes, the voice, the ears, the hands, and the mind of God. And we tap into that each and every day in our own special way. So as we step into this service this morning, I am so grateful and feeling so blessed for all the volunteers that step forward, not only today, but throughout the week, to make this service alive for each one of us. For the hospitality that takes place after service downstairs, for the ushers and the greeters, for the production team, and for our musicians as they sing with the harmony of God and they play with that beautiful melody of God. And I know for myself, my heart is open just a little bit wider as I allow myself to hear the songs that are sung. And I bless all those that are downstairs with our children today as we move into another space of how we do things. And it is all for the effort and benefit to improve who we are as a community and how we are with our children. And as we step into service today, I give great thanks for Reverend Sally, and I know that she is exuberant in who she is and what she does and how she speaks. And as she guides us into a place to go deep within each of us and who we are, oh, I'm so grateful for this, and I'm grateful for the practitioners that hold the consciousness, for the office staff, oh, for the city of Colorado Springs and all its beauty and light. And so it is with beauty and light and grace and gratitude that I lovingly release these words into the ever active law of mind, knowing what has been spoken, has been heard, has been acted upon, and is already so. And we ground this by saying together, and so it is.
Something's calling me calling me. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Feel like I'm walking on marbles. Can't steal the earth beneath my feet. Is my head in the clouds, my legs left dangling? I can hear my heart begin to pound. Everybody say something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling little bit deeper than I've ever had before. A long dark night, my soul it wanders. Can't see the light that moves me. If God is everything and everywhere that I belong, Spirit gently wakes me from my sleep. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Ever been before. Compassion's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. My faith keeps calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Peace is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. God is calling me, and I'm grateful like I've never been before.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Susan, Ken, Rob, Teddy, and Mark. Yes, our musicians. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I also want to give some thanks and send some love out to Connie, our pulpit assistant this morning, and as well to our production team that's in the back. Today we've got Joe, Aaron, Mackenzie, and Evelyn back there. Let's give them some love. Yeah, something's calling me deeper. You know, that's not just a beautiful song, right? It's an invitation. Every day, I hear that inner whisper calling me, and it's calling me to move beyond the surface level and to dive deep into the sacred depths of life. So that song is calling all of us into that activity. You know, I find, for me personally, I find that my day starts much better when I go deep first. When I do my spiritual practices, like my eco-meditation or going for a walk, when I do that first thing in the morning, before I worry about what's on my calendar or whatever else is going on in the day. So I encourage you to do that as well. So as we prepare to go deeper today, I'm going to invite us to ground ourselves in our 40-day prosperity plan, abundance affirmation. And so I invite you to get comfortable in your chair. Maybe put your feet flat on the ground. Breathe naturally so that you're allowing yourself to become present to this moment. And repeat with me this affirmation. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited. Therefore, my supply is unlimited. I love allowing these affirmations to sink, to land within my heart. And I invite you, if you'd like to go deeper with us, with this community as a group, well, we are meeting every Wednesday on Zoom at noon. And we give ourselves this opportunity to go deep. We take time to engage in a spiritual practice of saying the affirmation, of tapping, and of just going deeper. It's a quick way in the middle of the day to reconnect with spirit, to re-establish that deeper place from which you can go about the rest of your day. So I invite you to join us in doing that. Now you might be wondering for yourself, what does it mean to go deep? What am I talking about? What are we talking about at the Centers for Spiritual Living when we talk about going deep? Well, I was contemplating this week, what does it mean for me to go deep? And as I did so, I was receiving a couple of insights that I'll share with you. The first one is about how I recognized in my own life that there are times when I am pulled in many different directions throughout the day. And like the song says, it can feel like I'm walking on marbles and I can't still the earth beneath my feet. So if I transition from that into one of our water metaphors, because that's what we've been doing this week, I can feel like I'm at the surface level of the water, right? You ever get out in the water and you're at that surface level being buffeted around by the waves and the tides of life? Yeah. So I realize that can happen to me, and maybe it happens to you too. And I can also find that sometimes, being the natural people pleaser that I am, that I have a tendency to attune to and be aware of everyone else's feelings and what they're doing. And I forget sometimes to stop and turn within, breathe within, go deep within to reconnect with spirit within myself. So what does it mean to go deep? Going deeper means releasing all of those distractions. It means reconnecting myself with spirit. It means when I go deeper, I'm returning to the truth of who I am. Here at the center, we offer many tools, many ways to connect, such as the music, like today's song with Something's Calling Me. That helps us get back to center. The lyrics from today, God is everything and everywhere that I belong. Spirit gently wakes me up from my sleep, from my unconsciousness. Spirit gently nudges me to wake up, pay attention to what I am consciously and unconsciously thinking and saying to myself. So this reminds me of our tapping affirmation that I shared at the beginning of this month, I think it was. When we progressively say this or another affirmation while tapping the various acupressure points, we are releasing old patterns from the subconscious, and we're planting new life-affirming truths. So I'm going to invite you again to participate with me this morning to do this spiritual practice. Just follow along. Don't worry about saying it. Just follow along with me, okay? All right. Even though I have conscious and unconscious negative programming around prosperity and abundance, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. You can continue to do that throughout the day. You can do it several times in one sitting. And what you'll find is as you're doing that process and you're activating those acupressure points, you're releasing that energy that may have gotten stuck on some old idea. It helps us to redirect our thoughts, to go back to center and to go deep. And it's okay to start slowly, right? We don't have to necessarily jump in right away. Well, let me tell you a story from my own life. So when I was young, maybe 5 years old, we had just moved to Mattituck, Long Island. And it was the summer before I went to first grade. That was the summer I learned how to swim. Mom took us kids down to the beach. We went to the bay, and we went there because the bay was very shallow. It sloped down very gently into the water, and so there weren't too many waves, there weren't too many boats going by, and all the moms that brought all of us kids there to the beach, they could relax, right, and let us play. Well, what I noticed was that close to the shore, we could find little pebbles and seashells, and we could find sand crabs. It was fun playing at the edges of the water, right? And then further out in the water, we could find bigger seashells. We could find horseshoe crabs. I was a little afraid of them. And we could find other sea creatures. And then, of course, as I shared maybe last week or a few weeks ago, we could find bigger fish and sharks way out there in the deep, right? Well, in order to see the deeper stuff, you had to go out further into the water. So my sister Katie and I went out. She was swimming, and I was on the little floaty because I didn't know how to swim yet. Well, I learned when my sister pushed me off the float. Boom! I sunk down like a rock, and then whoop, I popped up like a bobber. And I was treading water, and I survived because I learned how to swim in that moment. Maybe it wasn't so graceful, maybe it wasn't so loving on the part of my sister to do that. And yet, what I learned was that I could trust myself in the water. I learned how to float on my back. I learned how to doggy paddle, and that's what got me wherever I wanted to go from that point until I really learned how to swim. So I'm sharing this story to share with you that, at first, going deep, that wasn't part of my awareness at all. And yet, with every splash and tumble into the water, I developed more and more confidence, more and more of a willingness and ability to go deeper, so that eventually, yes, I dove under the surface so that I could see the horseshoe crabs from a distance and not worry about connecting with that little spike that they have. So today, we have a global affirmation that I'd like to share with everyone. It says, and then I'll give you a moment to say it with me, I embrace the depths of my soul, knowing that I contain multitudes. So I invite you to take a deep cleansing breath and repeat with me. I embrace the depths of my soul, knowing I contain multitudes. So really, going deep, it's about going below the surface. And I wonder, have you seen these pictures that show you the view of both above and below the water at one time? For me, they could be really fascinating to look at. And it helps us see that going deep means getting more into the submerged, the hidden from plain sight areas of our lives, going deep into the subconscious reality of our lives. Now, Ernest taught us that each of us are part of the one universal mind, and that we have vast depths within us. Jean Houston, who is a spiritual scholar and futurist, she wrote in her foreword to the Science of Mind textbook that Ernest tells us, Ernest was one of the first to direct us to what is to be found in that vast ecology of inner space. She goes on and says that the science of mind shows us how to be active and creative citizens in a universe, in an inner verse, richer than all previous imaginings. So before Ernest Holmes, we didn't necessarily go as deep. Now, Ernest writes that no human has ever plumbed the depths of either conscious or subjective life. That in both directions we reach out to infinity, and since we cannot encompass infinity, we shall always be expanding and always enlarging our capacity to know and to experience. So as I was reviewing the outline for this talk that's given in the global arena, what I learned is that there is a depth of the ocean. They say it's between 300 and 400 meters deep, that it is so thick with life that in World War II, sonar operators actually thought it was the bottom of the ocean. Why did they think it was the bottom? It wasn't the bottom, but it was the place where a bajillion tiny swim bladders were reflecting back the operator's sonar back to them. What is a swim bladder? Well, a swim bladder is an air-filled organ that fish have that acts as a ballast. What's a ballast? A ballast is something that gives stability. And it helps the fish to maintain and shift as necessary their position in the water. So what does all of this have to do with us? Well, we too need a ballast or a means of staying stable. How do we do this? How do we stay grounded when the world feels chaotic, when injustice, division, and fear are all rising up to the surface? How do we keep our swim bladders full so that we're at just the right level for us? How can we dive deep enough not to get buffeted by the waves? Well, I'd like to suggest that it's a progression. And I'll use our spiritual community as an example. Our Center for Spiritual Living in Colorado Springs, and recommending that we start slow, going deeper in community. You can be an online viewer. You can go deeper from there by joining us here in the sanctuary. You can go deeper from there by visiting the celebration hall after service and getting to know your fellow congregants. You can go even deeper from there by signing up and bringing a dish to a potluck event, like the picnic next week. You can sign up for and take a class. You can sign up for and become a volunteer, become a member of this community. You can be nominated to serve on the Leadership Council. And you can even enter the path to practitioner licensing. All of these are a progression and a way to go deeper within this particular community. The possibilities are endless. And the deeper you go into our community, the more you'll discover about yourself. And as you learn about yourself, you'll be able to dive even deeper into this the confines of your own soul, your own heart, and be able to live with that little whisper, the inspiration that we're all receiving, we're just not always hearing. In the words of Ernest Holmes, I think I've got that one up there, we must learn to live by inspiration. And that means that we should let the spiritual depths of our being flow through our conversations and into our acts. Living by inspiration does not mean living chaotically. Our whole purpose is to make the intellect an instrument for the Spirit. We must become artists in living. To live by inspiration means to sense that divine touch in everything, to enter into the spirit of things, and to enter into the joy of living. And Ernest shares all of that in his book, This Thing Called Life. So just like those fish with swim bladders, we too have something within us that helps to keep us steady. The divine presence. When we go deep, we remember that we are never adrift. We are buoyed by Spirit, anchored in truth, and carried by love. Something is calling you deeper. As Ernest reminds us, we must become artists in living. So let us become spiritual divers. Let us be curious, courageous, and open to discovering the treasures within. Something is calling, not from the surface, but from the sacred depths of your being. Will you answer? Yeah, and so it is. Thank you. So I invite our practitioners and any visiting ministers, if there are any here today, to stand as we go into our time of prayer, as we dive down deep into that divine consciousness. I invite you to turn within your own hearts. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. As I recognize that divine presence, that divine intelligence, that divine beauty that lives at the depths of everything. Even as I recognize that the mountains around us, the plants and the trees and the flowers are revealing that divine beauty on the surface level, I also know that the divine is rooted down deep in each of these, in every person I see, every heart that beats. For all is divine, and something is calling us deeper. Something is calling us to connect, to know that we are one of it, individualized in our own unique and wonderful ways. And so today I bless us in our courage. I bless us in our willingness to dive down deep, to know that even if at first we sink like a rock, we are buoyed up, popping up above the surface of the water like a bobber, fully supported in this life by the divine. And so I give thanks for this community, this knowing of the divine, this life. And I allow this word to simply be, knowing it is, and inviting all to join me in saying, and so it is.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
And you are the
moves
place.
and breathes and has
We all are the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are going to move into our time of conscious giving. So this is the time when we give back financially to the center so that the center has the ability to do all that it does here within this community and out in the greater community. So we have our affirmation, our giving affirmation. I invite you to take your gift, and if you do an electronic giving of the gift, that's why we have these lovely little cards in the back of the chairs, so that you have an opportunity to participate in this moving of the energy of financial abundance. So let us say together, I joyfully celebrate the flow of God through me. I am grateful for receiving and giving to my spiritual community. I give thanks, always knowing God is my source, and so it is. Thank you.
Hello, darling. Ain't it a cold, gray day? Maybe it's time I hung my boots up on the nail and walked away. What do you say we kill good morning like the liar that it is? The imposters jump for glory. Let's not just say we did.
All right, sunshine, with the papers on your plate. I see the sorrow in the headlines and the worry on your face. I guess it's no fun to have a heart while we are living through these days. But there's still a lot of beauty dancing circles round this place. That's why we gotta get up, point our chins toward the sun, say a little prayer and count our blessings one by one. Don't hide yourself away, don't grow hard from what you've heard. You gotta break your heart wide open, let a little light into the world. a fine line between faith and apathy. Pain can put you on your feet or bring you to your knees. If you're locked inside the end of days and darkness pulls your mind, bend the bars and hold the fight. Let every corner shine. That's why we gotta get up, point our chins toward the sun, say a little prayer and count our blessings one by one. Don't hide yourself away, don't grow hard from what you've heard. You gotta break your heart wide open, let a little light into the world. Into the world. What else can we do? What do these years mean if we haven't got the answers anyway? Do we see it to believe it, or believe it till we see it? Oh, ain't it a fight? Let there be light.
Let a little light, let a little light into the world. Let your light,
Let a little light into the world and sing into the darkness like a Sunday morning bird. Break your heart wide open. Let a little light into the world. Into the world. Into the world.
Yes, yes, yes. Bring a little light into the world. So I know a couple of individuals within our community who are really good at bringing a little light into the world, and those are our practitioners. The picture up on the screen there gives you a view of who they are. They are available for prayer after service back in our prayer room. You just go down the hallway there. You'll see the big sign. That's where you can go to get a little 3-minute miracle of a prayer where they can help you go deep and get rooted in the truth of who you are. So I invite you to reach out to our practitioners for prayer support. We also have a box in the back of the sanctuary where if you don't have time to stay and meet with a practitioner today, you can write out a prayer request, and our practitioners pray over those prayer requests, knowing the truth of what's being asked for in that request. So please avail yourself of our practitioners. They are a very loving, very grounded group of individuals. And I think we're done. Ready, Patty?
Yep, I am.
All right.
All righty, I'm going to come down here. And let our new member draw a card. Draw one of those. Thank you. Yes, and now read it.
No pressure or anything.
The Gracious Giving Program. The name of the charitable organization is Autism Vision of Colorado.
Yes.
This organization is a 501c3 founded in June 2018. It is comprised of all volunteers. The mission is to educate the community on autism and autism awareness and create a safe place for individuals on the spectrum and their families to meet one another, support one another, and advocate within the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A+. 。
All
And I believe that we have kids.
We do.
Hello.
We learned that abundance has no end. Abundance is one of the best things ever.
I noticed that we have 5 generations here.
All righty, let's now sing the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be. With God as our center, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternal.